Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. Today I've come to a brand new housing development on the edge of Vladimir to show you the types of houses that you can expect to find if you're thinking of purchasing a house in Russia. Now, this entire housing development has been built by one company, and the strange thing is not a single unit has been sold as of yet. I'm going to hopefully go inside some of the houses if I can find someone to let me inside, and also tell you a bit about the prices. But let's have a walk around. I can't see anyone here at all, so I'm just going to walk around and film stuff and let me know what you think. So as you can see, it's all just being finished off. The housing estate reminds me more of something you'd find probably in the west, where a lot of the houses are very similar on this street. I think they're all exactly the same, and so opposite each house you can see all the electrics and the plumbing, everything's there. And so this is what it's going to look like inside. This one's obviously still being worked on, Zdravstvuyte. And so look, we've got all the wires and stuff hanging out. Это типа зал кухни, да? So we're going to go upstairs. Oh, just. So I'm kind of getting in the way. People are working up here. And so this is what it's going to look like upstairs. You can see it's not really ready yet. People are working on it. I guess that's bedroom 1. Bedroom 2. Bedroom 3, and I guess this is the toilet. From the outside it actually looks a lot bigger than it did when I was inside there. It looked really small, felt really small and really kind of enclosed. And so we've got a street here with exactly the same style houses that are still in development. Look. So these houses are actually costing 13 million rubles. So it's like, what, $135,000, something like that. And you're going to get it without any kitchen or anything like that inside. It's just going to be ready to kind of move in, put your flooring down. It's going to be what in Russian's called чистая отделка, which is like kind of clean refurbishment, ready to start going in and decorating, I guess. Probably not decorating, ready to put the flooring down, ready to put the walls you want and add your kitchen and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're looking at another, I don't know, 20 grand minimum before you could even live there. And it's probably because of that price that no one's moved here yet, that no one's bought any of the properties. I mean, it's a very nice place, very quiet, infrastructure's all here, nice roads, everything you can see is perfect, and it's in a really good location. It's about 5 miles from Vladimir, but it's totally quiet. There's a huge reservoir nearby. Vladimir Airport is not far away, and if you drive 2 miles down the road you'll get to the road that leads to Moscow. So the same company has built these houses as well here, and they have been sold already. Well, not all of them, I don't think. So it's adjacent to obviously another settlement. And let's have a look at some of the houses here. It's a bit windy as I walk down this road. This house is very nice. So I'm essentially trespassing at the moment, but I don't think anyone's going to really care. Let's go and see these houses behind these houses. This is what these other ones look like at the back. And here we've got a couple of barn houses, but the road, well, the road as of yet has not been built at all. And so I don't know what it'd be like if it rains. Perhaps there's another way to get here. What do you think of this style of house? I like a house like this. The barn house, pretty similar to my one. And this one says for sale. It looks like it's ready just to be decorated. And the surroundings are beautiful, look at that. Imagine living there, this is your plot, and you've got these trees right at the end of your plot, eh? Look at that, perfect. So I'm guessing this one's already been purchased. You can see a fridge outside. And then we've got this huge ultra modern house here with a flat roof. Well, it's not as big as it looked from the other side. But there is a lot of building going on here, an awful lot of building going on. Maybe let me know if you'd like me to perhaps do more videos where I show houses for sale. The thing is, obviously I live in Vladimir region, and while it's nice to live here, the opportunities for work are not as great. And so if you're going to come here and open up a business, then yes, there's the potential of that. But if you're going to come here with the goal of working in Vladimir, well, there's not as much opportunity to work and receive a high salary. And so Vladimir is quite often just kind of overlooked, really. Moscow has all the jobs, has all the new things, St. Petersburg as well. Nizhny Novgorod is a bigger city of like over 1 million people, and Vladimir is more like a provincial town. Now it's a great place to come and retire, but I don't know if it's a great place to come and work for somebody else. So here we've got another housing development just over the fence from the other one, and I prefer these types of houses, to be fair. These three are all inside one compound. I really like this style of house, the one floor house. And then here we've got the kind of traditional Russian house with the traditional wood, and this one says it's for sale as well. This one's very, I don't know, America, isn't it? America and UK, that's what it is. So I know a lot of people say, well, what the hell's going on? The roads and infrastructure look really crap. Look, if one company is building the entire place, then as you saw at the first houses I looked at, they do all the infrastructure and sell it already. If it's somebody purchasing a private plot and building a house, the roads and the infrastructure gets done slowly once the development is all finished. What do you think of these houses? Not as cool as the barn house ones, are they, or the other private ones where built by one company. It's great when you get to see what a house looks like before they put the huge fence up, right? So you can actually see a bit more about what's going on. Can't really see much now. So you can see the settlement is called Nemtsova. I wonder if it's got anything to do with Nemtsev or Germany. Interesting. Lots of different styles of houses here, right? Don't know if I'd want the village sign on my plot. And you can see this one again. It's individual plots, and so the road is not done. So one thing that's amazing about this settlement is it's extremely quiet. You don't hear the main road, you don't hear anything, surrounded by fields and forest. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't heard any dogs yet today. How crazy is that? Oh, there we go, right on time. Could this be an American living here with a white picket fence? Very interesting house. I don't know what it's made with actually. It's kind of almost like concrete and then pieces of wood stuck to it. And so you can see this development has been here the longest, hence the road has already been done. One of my pet peeves. And when it comes to most of these settlements, they're typically attached to a village like this one, because the village already had the gas and the electricity that they then simply extended to the new settlement. Not much consideration given to the health and safety, well, the safety anyway. I guess nobody thinks to mess around, right? Like they probably would do in the UK or the US. I guess in the US they'd try and make someone responsible. I wonder what it's like to live in the village when suddenly you've got very rich neighbours. Even the ones opposite are going to be middle class, whereas these ones on the left, well, you see a lot of foreigners when they come to Russia, they're dreaming about houses like this one here, with an outdoor well in the countryside, rather than a brand new house on a settlement. Look at the character in this one. Got a bit of everything. It's been made into almost like a castle. That's pretty cool actually, isn't it? Look at the gate. That is brilliant, and obviously we've got the Russian flag there. Wow, I've almost got a helicopter there. Ha, that is cool. And so essentially it's really difficult to find properties exclusively for foreigners, because as a foreigner you can purchase any property in Russia. So in theory you can just go to avito.ru, go to real estate, choose your area, choose your price, and search all the houses and then buy the one you think is the best. And so that's the problem with trying to help foreigners to, you know, find properties in Russia, because what are you going to do? Are you going to translate every single advertisement of houses for sale into English? And so I've just driven through the old part of the village up this road to the top of the hill, and we've got a few more of these barn house style houses. You can see that these three have already got fences, so they're most likely already been sold. And then we've got two more that are ready to be sold, I guess. So I could happily contact the sellers of these houses and different houses around Russia, private houses, and also of course settlements built by entire companies. I could go there, I could film all the properties, I could show you the different prices, show you the things that are available, and then give you contact details if you were interested in purchasing. If that's something you'd like me to do, then just let me know in the comments, and I'll make more content like that so that you can find property in Russia that's good quality, that's at good prices, and that you can move into and live a happy life here in Russia.